Morning, everyone. I just got back from my morning jog and I was thinking about spirituality. Sometimes I use my morning jog to align myself with my energy, with the energy that I want to sustain in my life. And it's an amazing experience because I listen to my favorite music. I get into the right state of mind, into the state of mind that reminds me that I am a divine being and that even though I have learned a lot spiritually, there's so much more to learn, and to keep my heart open, to keep my eyes open so that I can learn more, know more, and be able to share that with the world. And I want to share this with you guys because I think this is something I was pondering this morning that I think you could benefit from. Years ago, I began my spiritual journey. And it all started after I came out and began to realize that I was different and something that I didn't fit into the normal spectrum of what we consider to be a normal human being. And when I began to reconsider who I was, when I began to figure out who I really was, I had to let go of who I thought I was. And I wasn't that person that people thought I was someone else. And the moment I began to embrace that is the moment that I began to see things from a different perspective. I grew up as a Catholic. I think I've mentioned this before in other videos. And in the Catholic faith, in the Catholic religion, I mean, you're born into that faith, you're born into that religion, and that's it. Like, you are Catholic for life. And when I began to understand who I was, that title, that role, that that belief system no longer fit for me. That doesn't mean that it wasn't a good belief system. It doesn't mean that it wasn't something that was valuable or had its place. But for me personally, I just didn't match up with it. It didn't feel like it was enough for me. I needed more. I didn't. I wasn't okay with just taking that so many things were unknowable and we couldn't understand so many things, and we just needed to accept our ignorance and be okay with that. I wasn't okay with that mentality. I wasn't okay with that kind of mindset. So I decided a long time ago that I was going to have a true, authentic connection with the divine, with God, with the universe. And I began to open my mind to possibilities, to potentials, to knowledge. And I asked God, I would have conversations with God myself personally and ask God to show me the truth, to show me what really was, to open my mind, to teach me. And when I asked that of God, I began to experience a lot of different phenomena, and I began to have teachers coming from every walks of life. I mean, people were coming to me and giving me messages, and they were teaching me what they knew. Material resources began to find its way to me. And I realized that I didn't necessarily have to depend on a religious belief system or religious faith, or even, the heads of those religious belief systems to funnel to me knowledge and information. I could get that directly from the divine because I was open to it. I am not saying that religion and that certain religious practices don't have a place in our lives. Please understand me. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with those things. What I'm saying, though, is that you really should strive for having a one-on-one connection with the universe, with God. Because when you trust in another human being for that connection, you lessen your divinity, you lessen your own power, you lessen that relationship. And we all have that relationship with the divine. I mean, we've had it from the moment we were conceived, from the moment that we came to be. So ask for more from that connection. Speak to the universe, speak to God, have that one-on-one relationship, because it is essential, it is important. It will guide you in your life, and it will take you to other levels of awareness, other levels of understanding things that you may have not been able to understand before. And ask for guidance, ask for support, and ask for teachings. I still to this day consider myself to be blessed because I'm surrounded by so many good teachers. And teachers not just in the form of humans, but also teachers in the form of experience, teachers in the form of my animals, teachers in the form of life. I mean, I go jogging every morning and something inspires me, something teaches me, something enlightens me in some way or another. And I think that is the true sense of being awakened, knowing that you do not have to confine yourself to a box, to a rigid belief system, and only take what is given. You have a lot more power and a lot more access to information out there. So ask for it. Ask for it. Don't think that you aren't worth anything. Ask for that divine connection. Ask for that information. Ask for teachings, and you will receive them in some way or another. I guarantee it, you will receive it in one way or another. And you will start to see life in a completely different way. You'll have more love for your fellow human beings, and you'll have more compassion and understanding. I mean, yeah, we're all human. We're all gonna have days where we are just pissed off or something gets to us. But you will have a bigger heart than you've ever had before if you will just try to have that one-on-one with the universe, with the divine. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to know more about my work, please go to my website at www.fernandomarron.com. Also, please like and share this video if you enjoyed it on either YouTube or Facebook. If you're on Twitter, just give me a thumbs up or let me know that you enjoyed this clip. I will talk to you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye.